Okay, in the next portion of the video here, I'm going to get into some color grading. I'm going to make it so that you have the option to change the color of the car any way you want. So I'm wondering if I should merge layers with, basically merge the wing layer to the entire car. I sort of, right now, really don't want to, so that I still have the ability to manipulate the wing. So I might do the wing separate as an entirely different, color situation. So let me think about that. Um, I'm also wondering if I want to do my Pearl option. I sure what I'm talking about. If I go to File, Open. So right here, there's this sort of pearlescent image I found. There's also, I think that's the only one. So I have Han Purple, because blue and violet are two of my favorite colors. And I'm trying to find sort of a mix. So I could go here and open this and another file here. I could do like a whole match color trick basically. Then file open here. And basically you can use these as a reference to color match it like I did earlier. If I wanted to use that. What I want to do is sort of a non-destructive method so that you'll be able to go back and change the color whenever I want and just manipulate it. If I want to, I could take the pen tool and like draw this entire car out, all the blue and everything, but that's just a lot of time right there. I'm not going to do that. I do have my notes here. Just remember what I was doing yesterday. This is like the non-destructive method. So, if you want to see my notes that I wrote down here, pretty much. I have like a different notepads, different notes that I'm going by just so I remember. So, there you go. Take a screenshot if you want, whatever. Um, but yeah, so let me get into it and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so there are a few ways that I can change the color using this non-destructive method. So one method right here, let me show you. So again, this is my main file that's open. Here I have that Han purple color. Like I said, blue and violet are two of my favorite colors. So I could sample from here. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And here is a sort of blue pearl, image. I was looking for a pearlescent image that I found out there online. I may go ahead and test that. So first thing I'm going to do, like I said, in the instructions that I had just shown, pretty much right click, just duplicate background for now. Go down here, add new layer mask. Now I'm going to go up here to the left, get my quick selection tool. But I'm going to redo this process, I'm thinking. But before I do that, let me turn off the visibility of the second one back there. And pretty much, I'm going to paint out the areas. This is just an example I'm using. So let's say I just select this area right here. Because I think I'm going to use the other color just without doing the pearlescent thing. So now what I can do is right click, select inverse right there. Next, press the B button to bring up the brush tool. Make sure opacity is all the way up to 100. Make sure you're on black for the foreground. Zoom out. And there you go. So I'm pretty much painting away the background behind it. And this way is sort of a non-destructive way. So that's what I was looking for right there. Now I'm going to turn the visibility back on for the one in the background. And I'll show you what that did. But first, let me press Control D to deselect it all. So, and I'll show you why I bring these up in separate files here. And I use the marquee tool to select these. I'm going to do the same thing that I did earlier in the tutorial, which pretty much at this point, now that this is isolated on its own little mass, I can rename this honestly, like color change, just so you know it's different. That's color change. Should have renamed it before. So now I can go up to image adjustments, match color, and the source is basically means the source where it's getting. Yeah, see, it tells you right there. It's the reference image. The reference image that is where it's getting the color from that I highlighted. That's the blue and violet pro image. So now, and when I do the entire car, you see what I'm talking about. All this out here, I guess I should have selected as well. And then I could change the fade here a little bit. And then you can go through different blend modes over here, and you'll see how it's affecting it and changing it. So I was just showing all that, but I'm going to undo all of it. Because I sort of don't want to use that pearlescent color. I want to do it a different way. So, back to where I was. I'm going to do it without using this file. I was just showing that you could use that to color match. That's what I was doing right there. But, again, right here, I'm going to press Control J here. New layer again. This one, yeah, let's go ahead and rename it this time. Color change body. So again, new layer mask, press the button down there. And then next, using my quick selection tool again, this time, I'm going to show you the difference. This time I actually am going to select everything that I'm looking to select. I don't think that part. I'm just looking for everything where the blue is at, which is really good on this car right now, so it's easy to see. See, the little white colors can get a little complicated though. So I'm wondering if I should change that since it's more of a white. I think I might leave it alone. And remember, this is only going to affect what I'm selecting now, not the wing, because the wing is its own separate sort of layer going on right now. I sort of want to keep it that way for now. I could have merged the layers, but I just don't want to, pretty much. And go back to my quick selection tool. Let me make sure auto fray is not selected. I'm all clicking. So I'm just going in and making sure. Yeah, see, like there's some up here. Zoom in. Which I can get later using this method, which maybe I'll show. So I'm alt clicking just to take away some of that. So a little choppiness in there. Take that away. I don't want this black. So again, it's just more of the process, pretty much. This looks part of the car. Yeah, that's all part of the car there. Get rid of that. Not getting the headlights. I know it selected it, but I don't want the headlights. Okay. So I'm checking it. I think that's good for now. So that time I'm selecting the entire car, right? I'm just not getting, let me make sure those are not selected. I think they are. I think it's all pretty good. Um, looking through, looks pretty good there. So now at this point, same thing again with the quick selection tool selected. Right click in here. Go to select inverse. All right. Let me zoom out. And so now I'll press the B key. See if this works. With the black selected on the foreground, I'm at 100%. Oh, what's going on? Maybe I'm missing a step. It's a terrible tutorial, obviously. Oh, you know what? What I forgot to do, don't forget the bottom layer that I have below my, because I duplicated this layer, and there's the bottom background copy. Make sure that's turned off, and then I can see. Okay, so now it's painting. So that's a step I forgot, was to take that off. So it's not erasing it, but now you can see. Now I turn it back on. I'm gonna press Control D to Control plus D to deselect it. So now I should be able to. I may do an extreme color change just to see if there's some parts that don't look, because there are a few parts that don't look good. Not sure what I'm talking about. I'm gonna smooth those out. So with the color change body layer selected, go to adjustments, go to hue saturation. Remember to in between here hold the Alt key and that arrow will pop up, and left click, and this way it only affects the layer below. And so now, if I just move some things around, it's only changing all of that I selected pretty much. So, like I said, blue and violet are two of my favorite colors. But for now, I'm going to change it to an extreme, like a green. And what I'm doing is looking for any parts. See this? Look at that. You see how basically the colors are sort of spilling out on some parts. That's why I changed it to sort of that bright green so that I can see it. And this is what I was talking about. And this is why this is the best method to change the color of the car. And it works pretty well. So now I can just go back to the mask layer down here. Make sure this is selected on the right. I can press the B key. Let me... Oh, my brush is like insanely large. There you go. So let me see. Yeah. And so now I can paint away some of that green right there. Again, there's really nitpicky stuff. Like, it's a faraway shot, so most people are not going to notice it. But if you're doing it for more professional business purposes, I'm just showing you that it is possible, and you can clean it up this way. I want that black line shown there. So it gets rid of those pixels right there, and super clean method and way to change the color of the cars. Some right here. Yeah. Just making sure it's nice and smooth around there. Pretty much. Get rid of that on that black part. And then I can press the X key if I want to bring some green back on some of this. Bring some of the green back around the black part there. I feel like I can erase this. Something like that. Not too sure about this here, but I'll smooth it a little bit. See, some of this is on the lights here. Take that off the lights. See, some of this looks like the green's supposed to be here, but it's not. So let me... make sure it's smooth around there. Something like that. It's a little choppy in here. But again, this is just a little side project I'm doing at a distance. Like, no one's going to be able to really tell. Look, you see, at a distance, like, that's super nitpicky stuff that I was doing there. Like here, I'm saying, but I'm just showing you the whole process here. There you go. Yeah, I might take away some of that. You know, I sort of feel like maybe I will paint it on that white line. Okay. And see, to be honest, that looks like the car too. I think. I think that's part of the car. I could be wrong. It looks like it was. But it may not have been. Let me see. Huh. It's weird the blue sort of cuts off here. Huh. And it turns grayish. I'm not sure if that is part of the car. Yeah, I may undo that part. Do it like that. I'm not really sure. I'll leave it like that. Everything else though I think is looks pretty nice. Oh, again, this is super nitpicky stuff. You want to make sure you get the lights, because that will look weird. Something like that. I think that's fine. Go and save it. Okay. So let's go back up to my hue saturation layer. And now let's get to my actual color. Change everything back to, was it 1? I think they are. 50. So I could either not do colorize, you know, you get some cool effects. Or I could do, let's try colorize for now. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. You get some cool reflections going on, which is going to give me my, also some sort of cool shadows. It'll give me my blue and violet look that I'm looking for. Which is going to be in the range of like 235 to 245. But first, check this out. 0. If I go to, if I change this to, you see different modes here, different blend modes, you get some cool effects. For some reason, it's super slow right now. But yeah, you get some cool effects. I know color burn is one that I liked. I do like linear burn, and I know linear light, but linear light's being weird. But if I turn down the lightness, then I get something pretty cool on -35. And blue is one of my favorite colors. I'm looking for a mix of the two. Thinking like 250. One. I like that. So now if I switch between the modes, you can see how much different. Yeah, it's being super laggy right now for some reason. I'm just going through the different blend modes so you can see it. See the differences. You get some cool effects. I think I'm on linear light. I do like linear light. I think vivid light, linear light, and I think color burn. Color burn's pretty cool. So yeah, I might stay with the linear light. Uh, see something. Too bright. It's ugly. Then saturation. I might turn saturation up a little bit. There's a light room in there. So I want to have some whites, but say my negative 35. That'd be too much. What about negative 37? Then mess with saturation a little bit. Uh, Sort of like that. 70, 69. Oh, that's 69. I'm trying to look for like a blue and violet, pearlescent look. That's what I'm looking for. I might go with that effect right there. Yeah, I may go with that effect. I like that right there. So, go ahead and save. And then now I can just click it on and off. You can see the original color. You can see that color. I may try this camera. I've never used it before. This raw camera effect. I'm still used to CSX and everything. I haven't used CC in like since 2021. So yeah, you can even see the reflections better in this one. It's pretty cool. Which like I'm gonna do something with. Cool. Which technically, let me test something out. I wonder, since this is on its own layer right now, if it will. I know I have to convert for smart filters and then camera raw filter effect. I've never used it before, but see, this is new to me. More AI powered math, blah blah blah. No idea. Oh, wait a second, I want to see that. Can't. I'm trying to figure out how to move the window. There it is. Size it down so I can see it. I think it's a live preview. I've never used it. Like I said, best tutorial ever, right? Clarity. I'm curious what'll happen. Okay. That did work. Let me see. It's pretty cool. A little bit more reflections. Could be a bit much, but it's a cool effect. Oh man, I like it. Camera raw filter. I think I'm gonna mess with contrast and all that too much. Yeah, let's turn shadows up again to like 40. I wish it was a live effect. This could be like super heavy though, like on the computer. So I'm not really sure. I'm gonna leave that. Let me try texture. Turn it all the way up. Not moving. Okay. Texture. Texture is a little too much. It created some weird artifacts in the car when I did that. Let me see if this fixes the shadow problem. I'm gonna change shadows to like 15 maybe. I like it though. I wanna bring clarity to 0. Hold on. Because I think clarity it didn't work. Shadows 30. I try to change that to 0 and see what it looks like. Yeah. I'll change clarity to 30 something. I don't need anything too insane. It was leaving some weird artifacts in the car, some smudges that I didn't like. In fact, I'm not messing around with this a little too much, but I'm testing it out. This is what you have to do. I'm just playing around with it. Somebody make this 15. The car is already pretty clear, you know. So if I toggle it on and off, like it's a little bit of difference. Got texture. Yeah, texture's too much. Against like a brand new car, so I can't really touch it too much without ruining it. Um, where's dehaze? Turn dehaze up. Whoa, I'm not messing with that. That completely changed the color. I'm not doing dehaze. Wow, you have full on Oh, there's a full-on color grading in here. Okay. I have a full-on color grading system here in Photoshop now. That's what I'm used to seeing in like Premiere and After Effects and other software like that. All right, I think I'm almost done with this. Like I never get to play around at the end of this, so I just mess around with it. Yeah, it's because it's getting weird now. But I need to make sure that. Oops! Whoa! That's cool, man. I didn't mean to do that. But I feel like doing that. I lost my mask, didn't I? So I'm trying to think right now. Well, yeah, I seem to have lost my ability for the mask, which I don't like. So I'm gonna undo all that. But I was playing around with it. If I do something with the camera raw filter, yeah, see my mask is here again. I like having my mask. I'm gonna save that for now. But what I could do, like I could probably duplicate another layer and then do the camera raw filter. I may do that later. For right now, I like where the color's at. But that was cool to experiment with. Um, and now I have to do the wing. So I may be able to just copy effect over to the wing when I get to it, or maybe I will just redo it all. But let me do it. Okay, so let's do the wing now. Go ahead and right click. I'm just gonna duplicate it. It's a copy too now, I guess. I have a lot of copies. This could be a problem. Hmm. Something is affecting something. You know, I have all these up here, and I'm wondering. Trying to think, do I want to group all this or just work with the group? If I duplicate the group, that is going to multiply the colors. So I press Control J there. Let's see if that works. I just press Control J. So, and then turn off the back for that one. Hopefully that method will work. So, we'll already have so many masks. So let's try to use a mask here. There's a lot going on with this wing. I may have to either merge or group something. Let's see what I can do. Let's see if I can do quick select tool. It's saying that I can. That's what it's saying. So, yeah, let's just test this out. So, it's a little weird right now. Now, right click, select inverse. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Now I press the B key, just like before. Make it bigger. And the problem is I have so many other different ones back there. Let me turn these two off. Yeah, it may not work this way. What I'm thinking is I may have to do it on the entire group. So now my image is getting much more complicated, as it usually does. So that works. Hmm. I'm curious what will happen if I just go ahead and control D. Since it's sort of already cut out, what will happen if I do add a hue saturation directly to it? And it's not going to work. But it sort of is working on there. I had this at 251, but it's going to be different, obviously. So let me go back. I want to go back and see what my hue 269 It's not going to be the same though, obviously. But let me see. I just start with it. But yeah, so maybe I did sort of figure it out. Definitely want some lightness in there. I keep forgetting I am within the group. That's just throwing me off. All that stuff down there, no wonder. So I have a group, which is good. So that's why it's only affecting everything within the group right now. Just remember that. Because on linear light. But again, the problem is that it is going to look different. I may not get that pearl effect with it. Right now, it's just on normal. I still don't like colorize. There's a lot of grain over there that I don't like. I'm thinking about going back into my curves on the grain. And just like reducing those. In the shadow area. Huh. I'm not sure. It's a little weird. That's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. There's some reds, but let me go back into this curves layer. And now I'll reduce the reds maybe a little bit. Can't do too much because then it'll turn completely blue. I won't undo. So it matches a little better. I need to figure out how I can get the pearl. Trying to see how much of that I can undo. Maybe going back too far. Yeah, way too far. Going forward a little bit. Back to where I had the wing. And turn these back on. And then I have that whole copy situation going on back there. Really didn't like any of that. I think that's where my wing ultimately was. Yeah, that's where it was originally. I just undid all that. I didn't like it. Did not like it. Because I had another hue saturation. But I did that because I like to be able to, toggle that off and still have that sort of color that I created. It wasn't that, it was this. I still want that part to sort of match up. But when I went in there and did all that, it sort of like screwed it all up. So that's why I undid it in case you're curious. So let me figure out how I can get this pearl on here. I don't think the color match is going to work. I don't like merging layers, honestly, because once you do, you can't edit them. I'm not a merge layer type of person, but that's what I could do, and I'm gonna test this out here. Yeah, I mean, I could make a duplicate copy of all this Darwinpro wing, the spoiler wing. Like keep all this original work that I did here, duplicate everything, try to merge it and figure it out. That could be the safest way to do it. Um, but let me see here. Okay, so I did figure out one way that I can manipulate this, and it was as I thought. I'm just gonna go ahead and duplicate the group and just pretty much work with that, and turn off the one behind it. So now it's pretty much safe back there to work with. And I'm gonna right click and merge the group. I do not like merging. That's me. I know a lot of people, even like when I work with in Autodesk Maya 3D animation, I don't like merging my animation layers because I like to have the option to be able to to change it whenever I need necessary. So, but now I should be able to create a mask, go to quick selection tool, and do some highlights. I'm thinking about only highlighting. I'm the bottom part, the sort of dark, I sort of like it because what's gonna happen is hmm or maybe I will select color range, and that just got screwed up. So was it on there? It disappeared, so maybe not. And then I can pull back wording. Oops. So I want to select that. Let's do that again. Select that. Then go to the plus and add some things. I'll add, I can add that. Because what I'm trying to do is, you see how, that's all this white. I don't need to change that. Not really. I sort of just want to get these little bit of blues in here. Let me see what it does. And this is a problem, so. But now I can go back to the quick selection tool. That's basically all this is. I don't want any of that. Let me see. Let me zoom out. That should have. Yeah, that got rid of everything else. And now the focus is on my blue range. Um, so let me just test that out and see what happens here. So back to quick selection tool. Click. Select inverse. Now I'm going to press the B button and do the brush. And I'm just going to paint the whole area again. I think it's taking away too much now. Yeah, I took away the wing. Like I said, I'm pretty much experimenting. Control D. I'm experimenting on how to do this wing right now. But now let's go ahead and add hue saturation. Hmm. Now let's not forget I was on. Yeah, see, these lighting modes are not going to work now with it. Just the way it is. This wing. So different modes are not going to work. I could try Lunar Light, but then I'd have to. See, it's just gonna get really weird. So, yeah. Hmm. I wonder if a color match would open. Like if I save this image out and then do a color match. Let me test that out. For now, this is what this alternate wing looks like. But obviously, I don't like it. Hmm. I may undo that too. Some tutorial, huh? I'm thinking about. I don't like the That's the only thing is. I don't like the shadows underneath. Let me show you. Like underneath here. So that's why I was trying to isolate those blues. I may figure out how to isolate it a little bit better. So let me try that. See what I come up with. I want to isolate it better. Because I sort of want to keep this sort of, black grayish. It looks like a wing under there. But then maybe the top colors, I'm trying to just get these little blues to change up in here. But let me see. I got to check something work-wise over here. Okay, so I sort of figured out a solution here. I also wrote down some notes as I was messing around with it. I was experimenting with it. And yeah, so this part down here, pretty much. So I am doing, like I said before, I am going to duplicate this. Turn off the layer, just so I have the other one to change whenever I need to, right? I just like that option. And I am going to continue with the merge group. I was on a pretty good path that I was doing. It wasn't bad. So create new layer down there. And I am going to do the quick selection. Let me zoom in. I have to get really close actually. Quick selection tool. Let me start out pretty big. I like that chunk. This time I'm going to select this chunk, which I didn't select last time. But like I said, I'm mostly focused on trying to just get the blues right now. And I'm just single clicking, I'm not dragging, because it helps right now. Like I said, there's no point in trying to get the whites on here. It's not small enough. I was going to leave that alone. Make it a little smaller. Bigger. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm not doing the entire wing because I like all this dark gray reflection. It looks like a wing, right? But the issue I was having before is that all that color and saturation, it was just like turning the entire thing a different color, and I didn't like it. It just didn't look right. So all I'm looking for, it doesn't like that part. I'll leave that alone. That's all I'm doing. I think that's what I'm going to highlight. Anything related to those blues. So let me zoom out, make sure nothing else is selected. So this is the path that I was going. Go back to quick selection, right click in here, select inverse. Or if I wanted to, I could have controlled J there. If I wanted to. Get the brush tool again, press X. Well, technically, may not have to do that. No, let me undo that. Let me deselect. Control D, deselect. Oh, undo. I want that selected. So, the path I think I took last time was I saved out an image here of the one I'm working on. I use the marquee tool right here to just highlight a section of the body here. Now, what I'm actually going to do is, with this selected, with the selection I just made on the layer, select that, go to adjustments, image adjustments, match color. So, I think I had like fade 14. There's, again, a separate image that I did, because the flat color itself wasn't working for some reason. Fade, I think like at least 15. Click OK. So, now I'm going to deselect. Now it's like a white edge around there. Yeah, now there's a strange white edge. But just to show you where I was going with this. Let me go back and paint that. I'm going back before the match color right now. And I am going to go back in, because I think I may need to paint it. Brush. And my B button's not working. It feels like it's getting laggy or something. Maybe I need the one below turned on. Been working on this way too long. Undo that. I know it happened. I've been working on it way too long. That selected, I think I didn't inverse it. Select inverse. Now I'm going to do the paint. Oh, the whole thing. So there you go. Forgot to do the inverse. Working on it too long. Control D. Now I should be able to switch it. Manipulate it. But again, I'm pretty sure what I did last time. Adjustments, match color with the other one. U selection. Yeah, this is the path. I had this on linear light. And now I add the Q saturation. I'll click it down. And I had these numbers here. Let me see. No, it's not the same. Hmm. Color burn's pretty nice. Some weird artifacts in there. Try to change the lightness down and match it with the rest of the car. Not that it makes sense right now. Trying to make it work. It's a little strange what I'm doing, but let's make this part a little bit more violet. 264 maybe. It's not quite like I had it last time, but it's pretty close. Let me see if there's a way in here. Doubt it. Yeah, that weird artifact stuff sort of ruins it. So I just wanted to test out the whole match color, you know. What about overlay? I mean, it looks pretty cool. Trying to think here. I sort of like the vivid light. Sort of. But then it's gonna get super weird, isn't it? Hmm. It's just that whole lighting is just weird. might save it for now. But then I'm going to go back here and undo. Because what I'm thinking is let's just do the color without doing the match color. Let's see what I can get. Definitely different. Change that. Not that it matters, but this is so strange. Getting like multiple different effects. Ah, the normal does work pretty well. And trying to get the saturation to match up with the lighting of the main body. Something like that. I'm at 260. 261. I might leave it like that for right now. The shadow's a little dark in the rear. That's what I don't like. Oh, let me go back to my brush. It's just not working. There we go. It's getting buggy. Huh. See how ugly it looks and not smooth. And then I have to go up here on the wing too. I feel like this portion is not working. My brush won't select. It's getting laggy or something. So I feel like that's just doing black paint. It's not actually working. Hmm. I'm gonna reveal some of this. Maybe like 50%. I'm really not even sure if I like this anyway. If I do this, I lose. I think I lose my layer mask. Let me see. Turn down the texture too. Hmm. I don't want that. At this point, I'm just sort of messing around with it. What I don't like are the white edges. Which means this whole thing is screwed up. I had that turned on. That's what it was. Yay. So now I'm going to delete it all over again, and this tutorial has gone downhill. Not so much about the tutorial anymore. I should have turned that off back there. Huh. I made you do the Control J method. Back to part 1 again on this. I knew something was off. I forgot to turn this layer off. And that pretty much ruined it all. What happens if I delete this? Yeah, it goes back to its base. Excellent. Well, let me figure it out again. Hey, I am back, everyone. This is, I think, day 4. Could be 5. Day 5 on the video. At least 4, though, the minimum. So, I did figure out a solution to make the color of the wing match the color of the car. It's not going to be super accurate, but it'll be like a starting point just to show you like what's possible. So, I do have 2 windows up. And match color was not working that well before because I only selected. Let's see, I'll go back here. Let me undo this. Let me Control D, deselect this. Before, I think I was just selecting just this square part here. But it honestly helped. I'm going to go up here to the quick selection tool. Make it bigger using the brackets. Just drag across. I want to get the majority of the card pretty much. That has this color. Only the violet blue color. That's it. So that's probably good enough right there. So keep that selected in a separate window here for match color. But to do match color this way, you do have to have 2 different windows. So this is just a spare image here that I had saved out a few videos back. So what am I going to do here? Well, here's my wing layer where I did everything. So what I'm doing is duplicating this group. That's what I was doing before. So I'm going to duplicate it to copy. I'm going to turn off the bottom one. I don't want to mess with the bottom one, I don't think. So now, right click, merge the group. And so now I should be able to pretty much do some things with it without like ruining it like too much. Because before I couldn't do like, go up here to image adjustments, match color. Like, in fact, I'll show you. Let me undo that. See, like with the entire group folder, if I try to go up here to image adjustments, you see you can't even do anything with it. So that's why I'm doing the merge group here. So next, I think next I could either use the color range or the quick select. And if I wanted to, I could actually put this on a masker. There's multiple ways that I was sort of figuring out and testing out. Right now, I'm going to use the quick select tool. May have to zoom in a little bit. I'm just going to use the quick select tool and try to get those blue areas. Select up here. Something like that, maybe. Except the white part there. So let's say like this area here. Pretty much, I think that's what I did before. I'm going to press Control J to copy this to a new layer. Now it's on its own sort of layer. which unfortunately will create a halo effect, which I will show. It's a little weird. Um, Let me see. A spoiler wing. I'm trying to think of just what to call this right now. I have like multiple wings going on is the problem. Even though it's all the same wing, so I'm just trying to think real quick. Let's do. It's not a group. Really, the other one's not a group either. Maybe I'll name this. It'll be weird, but hmm, this is weird. For now, that's what I'm naming it. Uh, just so I remember what's what. For now, it's weird naming right now. I have like too many names going on. So take that away, and so pretty much that's what that is. It just selected that area that I pretty much had selected there. But let me hold on. Let me go back before I do that. I didn't like that. So something like that maybe. Okay. Okay, now let's do it. I didn't like that part. I want to go back and fix that. Didn't like it. So now I can do my control J again. I think I named this merge. So now I should be able to select this layer, go to the top up here, image adjustments, go to match color. This is where it's gonna get a little tricky. And I sort of already I was testing it out before. So this is my second page over here. This is the other file where I selected the entire car. So I'm going to select it. And then I'll click use selection in the source to calculate the colors. Looks like that. But the reason I spent so much time on this and why it's taking me a while is because I didn't like you see all these weird artifacts and like it looks like a mess in here and the colors on the wing. Like a lot of grain and stuff, right? So that's why I kept going back over and over trying to figure out how to make it at least make it smoother. Like the car is so smooth and clean, but then that just looks really dirty. So what I figured out is I'm gonna turn and see the lower I go on color intensity, sort of smooths out more, but maybe I'll put this up like to like 15, maybe 15, maybe 20. Hmm. See some parts of the wing back there I don't really like, but let me just continue for now. And then, some of the fade I guess I could change a little bit. But not really. Like, you see, you go too much, and then it's like a little ridiculous. I think I did do like Fade 10 before. Color intensity like 15 maybe for now. Click OK. So you see it's starting the match a little bit more. Just a little bit. There's a few more things here though. If I zoom in, you see this is that halo effect I was talking about. So what I figured out is at this point I think create a mask, press B, make sure the foreground color is black. It's basically, see if I toggle that, that's coming from the original wing that was behind it. And it seems to happen no matter what I do. So, yeah, it's a little weird. Oops, let me undo. Actually, I think I had to put the mask on this one. And so now I can sort of take that away. But this is why I made a duplicate of my original wing back there. And then I can just take all this away. Get rid of that. But that's why I made a duplicate. The white part, don't care about up there. I didn't like this showing up on the wing like that. It doesn't look right. It looks like light is like, just emanating from it. And I didn't like it. So that's a little better. Then I'll do it here around these. Press X to bring some of that back. Then you have this over here. Just a little bit. But now it's sort of erasing the image. I don't think I'm going to do that over there. Up here, maybe on the wing. Just a little bit. But yeah, it started to look like some weird halo effect. That's what I didn't like. So, still a little bit, but it's not as bad now. Now, as for this, hold on. What is on my mask here, I wonder? Nah. I don't like the choppy colors in here. So, that's pretty much the idea there, what I'm talking about right there. Just zooming out. So, this is sort of what it looks like, pretty much. And you can go in and, select some different blend modes here. That looks pretty cool right there. I mean, you can do anything you want with it, but like I do like the linear lights, but I'm a little concerned with those. Curious what levels. I do want to add the raw camera filter effect too, so I may do that. But this is pretty much how I'm going to get it to match up with the wing, pretty much. I mean, this is how I'm going to make it match up with the car, the wing match up with the car. I really do not like. Yeah, the quick selection. It didn't do a good job there. Yeah, see? Hmm. But I'm gonna undo it. I undid it. That's so I'm just looking at my selection here. I did not like that. Cause I'm wondering what it'll look like if I select the whites in here with it. Interesting. Hmm. What will happen? Yes, if I put it on a layer like that. I could try this now, just see what it looks like. I like pretty much I didn't like some of the selections I was saying. That's why I went back and undid all that. But I'm gonna basically repeat the steps that I did anyway. So stay tuned if you want to see it. I was mostly just really curious what this will do. So let's go ahead and do it. Control J. Before I rename, let me just go ahead and do it. Match color. I had this at maybe like that was at 15. This one's usually at 10. Huh. So this is what I wanted to test and see. Yeah, that's ridiculous at this point. Now I'm going to test it again. This is trial and error right now. That's what I'm doing. So it's turned into less of a tutorial and more of me just figuring out what's going on. The wing. It's going to look really weird this way. I already know it. Turn it down, but see now the color's all weird looking, washed out. So terrible. But now I'm going to deselect that. I want to try something else. I want to try. Let's go up to color range. Select here. Maybe add a little of this. Most of the blues there. Click OK. And yeah, I noticed this yesterday actually that I forgot this backside, that blue back there, which I can paint in later. I should be able to. I should be able to change the color now. I'm not sure actually. I may deselect that back there for now. But that blue back there is part of the car, which I did not see earlier in the videos. So I may deselect these. Just focus on the wing. So it does have the blues, but I wanted to get these up here. Select it here. Oh, something else I forgot. With this option, select it. I can go to select and mask up here. And then let's say like smooth, I'll turn up to 81. And you see it just got a lot smoother. So I am going to use this. It really helps it out. I do like 80. The feathering, I'll do a little bit now. But this is going to help smooth it out. I think feathering did like 2 last time. Not too much. And now I'm going to press OK. So now when I do it, it'll look a little different. Let me select that. But with this version, I may not have to do the Control J thing. Let me see what happens here. Let's match color. See, it's a little smoother now, but bring that down. There's that big white mark, but yeah, see, the less artifacts, the lower I go. Maybe I do 7. Let me undo that. I'm curious if I mask it. Yeah, it's not gonna work. But At this point, I might press Control J. Make a new layer up here out of it. Just to be safe. And then I'll match color. Just trying to figure out the safest options that are non-destructive right now. Same thing again. I had this on like 7. This 10 maybe. Wait, can I do the selected mask again? No. I'm gonna have to undo that again. Looks pretty cool. But if you notice, I did that smooth in there. But if you look at the lighting here on the wing, what do you call that? I guess the sharp lines on the lighting itself. Like if you look here, like the swirls here on this one, they're not like super feathered and smooth like that. So now I do have to go back to that part, the selection again. Go to quick select tool. I just undid all that. Select and mask. Maybe I won't even touch it. And let's Control J, see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like first. Adjustments, match color. At least I thought I like undid it. Still looks pretty cool though. Let me go back, just make sure that my selection. Yeah, that was it. We do. That was it. I think it's just that's just how the lighting is on that image that I found. There is a way to make it sharper, but I may save that for the end. Right now, I'm just gonna go with this. And again, merge. Not that these are good names, and then Control J. And now I'm gonna have to do that whole masking out process again. So this is turned into like a layer upon layer situation. Okay. So I'm doing it on the bottom one here. Mask. It actually like deleted some of the wing. Do like that. Hmm. But I wonder now. I don't like this area in here. I'm gonna leave it for now though. It just sort of came out that way for whatever reason. Probably because it was mostly one type of color, and there was like basically a lot of whites in there that was going on. And this is the color that it chose, I think, for the whites. All right. If I'm yawning, it's because it's 2:33 a.m. right now on Saturday night. Just finished watching Adult Swim in there. Really nothing new on tonight. I watched that Gendy show. Primal. Okay. Hmm. I want to test something out. Hold on. Let me test out. I want to see what curves will do on this. Let's undo. Just trying to see what I can do about. Oh, I like that. It makes it grayish though. That's pretty cool. It makes it grayish. So, undo the levels. Let me try curves on. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the white spot alone. It does annoy me. I'm gonna continue on for now. The white spot does annoy me right there. That's why I was playing around with it. This sort of annoys me a little bit. It's laggy. This here sort of annoys me. With just the violet, but there's no blend of the other colors. I may clone tool it or do something else. Or let me put a mask on here. I'm curious about something. Like I could just mask that out like that. Um, let yeah. So I just basically I created a mask there for this. I actually am going to do that just so I'm not annoyed. The only thing I'm going to do is mask away that and reveal that white. So yeah, it still looks out of place. Let me test it if I just remove all of that. That's gonna remove that. Um, I I'm thinking about leaving that blue. I'm not sure. Like it would have been fine if the color stretched out nicer as a thing. For right now, I am going to leave that. So, and also if you wanted to, for some color, I don't think I'm gonna do it though, but I'll show you. You go to hue saturation, alt click down here. You know, I could colorize it. Not necessarily colorize. I don't really like the colorize option. Change the lightness. It's most likely going to get weird doing this. Messing around with that too much. For my situation. Whatever you're trying to do, it could be a little different, maybe better. That looks pretty cool. Doesn't match though. But yeah, you know, colorize. I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna leave it here for now. There's one more thing I do want to show about this wing. One more thing. Uh, and then I may be done with the coloring, section of the video. I'm basically just throwing out there a sort of safe safe method you could use to color the vehicle that's not too destructive, so you can go back and edit it away. I basically spent most of my time on the wing, which is like an important part to me with this car. Since there are no aftermarket wings for the car yet, but hopefully someone sees this wing and then make it happen. Oh, there are some final touches. I do want to do this image, which I will get to. But one more thing I did want to show. Let me say, this could get a little complicated. I may have to. Let me think. This could get weird. Because I have to turn this into a smart layer. And what I'm talking about, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm looking for this. If I go up here to the top, filter, I could go to something called camera raw filter, which is pretty amazing. So, for example, if I turn clarity all the way up, you see the changes on the wing there, right? If I do that again, now change all the way down. And there's so many options in here. There's even like, they have an entire color grading system in here. So this is all new to me. The camera raw is new to me. Like I said, I've never seen it in Photoshop. It's a new thing. Undo that. But you see, I don't think there's any way to edit it afterwards unless I change it to a smart filter. Basic. Like this texture. If I take that all the way up. But what I wanted to use it for, so I'm just playing around with it. You can see what I'm talking about. Texture all the way down. I think it'll look smoother now. A little bit. Like if I lower texture. But the problem is, let me do it again. So if I do clarity down, texture down, and not clarity down. But you look over here, there's no way to edit it. And I think that is because it has to be on a smart camera filter. So I'm actually going to Control G these two layers here. I what do I call this? I'll call it um color group by GRP, so it's not too long. It's already long. I'll name that color group. I'm going to duplicate this group into the color group copy, but I'm going to do is name it color merge. I have way too many groups going on. It's the only way I can think right now. Which, of course, like I said, merge group. I'm gonna turn off the lower one here so you don't see it. No halo effect. So I'm turning that off. And now convert for smart filters. So now when I go up here to the camera raw filter, let's do that. I think texture all the way down. And clarity maybe -30. May have been too much. Oops. I just undid. But what I wanted to show you was not undo. Let's start with texture all the way down. Could be too much. But if you look over here in my layers window, my panel over here, now there's smart filters. Now I can double click camera raw filter. You see before I couldn't double click and edit it because it was not a smart filter pretty much. But now I can edit it. I can change it around. Maybe this will be -80. Maybe -50. So that's why it has to be changed to, unfortunately, to a smart filter. Let's see what this does at 100. Nope. Let's do like -50. Let's made it lighter. I'm gonna leave that at 0. Not sure what G haze. Oh look, I can turn the highlights down. Turn it down, like -50 maybe. I turn. No, I turn the highlights down. Dehaze. I don't like dehaze. Vibrance. No. Saturation. And no. It's crazy, dude. They have curves in here. It's basically, like I said, this reminds me of like Premiere, the Luma tools in Premiere. I think it's called Lumetri. Lumi. Forget what it's called. Luma tool in Premiere. Because they even had like, for color grading. That's used for like film and color grading. They got the shadows and the midtones. This is nuts. Like I said, this is all new to me. Like I said, I work in 3D animated software. I do not work in Photoshop, so that's why it's not the best tutorial, but it's more of a follow along situation with adding this wing on. It looks a little blurry, like it doesn't fit in, but let's go with this. Let's see. Made it a little darker. And I can toggle it on and off. It did get rid of a lot of the artifacts. Yeah, I sort of like it more. I did get rid of some of those artifacts I wasn't liking. Contrast. Oh, no. Shadows. So, I can see it in the window. And taking away the whites too much in it will be a problem. Let's go with that for now. All right, let's move on to the final portion. Of this image. Then the final, I think I may add some hoods on there. That may be it. Okay. Okay, so this next portion, I'm pretty much just going to add a different license plate and get rid of the Ford in the back. I see some other things in the background. I don't know if this will be a problem, but I still don't like them. I may leave those back there. I don't want anything that'll look too weird, right? Okay, so let me go to rectangle tool, the fill up here. Where's my picker? Yeah, this looks completely different. You updated so much. It's embarrassing. Where is my picker? I need to start doing these. I need to figure out the live streams, man. Maybe someone could help me in the comments as I'm doing this. I'm not used to the new CC 2023. Oh, down here. Picker. First of all, let me go to new layer and do that. I'm just going to cover up the Ford, and that will be that. Ford cover. I do not want Ford in the image. So that is out of the way. It's just better. It's better to get things like that out of the way. I'll put it down here. I'm trying to think of other things in the bag like this Schmidt. I hope that's not a problem. I can go ahead and do a rectangle. See, I was trying to select that for the colors. I used to be able to select that. I'll make it hopefully not too noticeable. I want to get this stuff out of the way. Yeah, I just want to block it. There's this here on the car. And I'm not doing it, the Schmidt one on the car here. I'm not going to try to block it. Because it may look... I could do clone, tool, and all that. That's too much for this right now. Hope is not a problem. Those labels. But I do think that it's a little... Next, okay. New layer. Let's try a quick selection tool. Make it a little bigger. Mm. Control D. I don't want to mess around with that too much up there. Right now I'm just covering some things up. Okay, let me try this. Pen tool. I have it set to path up here in pen tool. Zoom in. Oh boy. Maybe I will try it. Let me trash this. Maybe I will try this. So, I was gonna make it all black, but that's gonna be a problem there. Yeah, the quick select won't do it. I mean, if I alt here, up there, it's not gonna look right. So let me make it simple. Yeah, let's go back. Let's make a new layer. Do something simple instead of complicated. Very interesting. They're just doing it. Select it. There it is. Change the color. Ah, there's like a whole fade going on. There's a whole fade from left to right. Definitely going to look weird. Trash there. Let me try something. This point, I'm just doing some little extras, figuring this out. So let me try something that I really don't like doing. New layer. Let me try. This usually does not go well. Clone stamp tool. I know I hold the Alt button. That's what I do now. Never works for me. Let's do it on the layer. Okay, it's working on the layer. Can I create a mask and do it? No. So, could be pretty destructive. What in the world is that? Let me make it a little bigger. No. Make it smaller. Dude, I do not like using clone tool. There you go. A little better. So, you know, that's okay. Hopefully it stays in my history up there so I can always delete it. So, just ignore what I did there. That's probably destructive. I'm just trying to get rid of that. Let me go to my text layer. I don't think I have my those are YouTube sands. I don't think I have. Oh, you see how the M2 is not showing the white and everything? Yeah, my coloring on the car. Actually, I know what I need to do. So I'm gonna go back and touch up some things here. There are a few parts uh that need to, yeah, I need to reveal that. That's what's going on with that. There's a YouTube saying I have a bunch of fonts, but I don't think I copied them to this computer yet. Wait, no. I have Sans. I have Star Wars. Okay. I have Kamiko Axis. I'll do Star Wars. So I do have all those. It's not what I wanted. It's like a yellowish. Like that. Like, what the world? That'll make a difference. um. So, like I said, I noticed some things. Car's looking pretty cool. It's just to get the idea. I don't really like the wing and the way it's attached, but hope you got some ideas out of it though. Through the whole process. But as I said before, I did notice some things here, such as the color change. And remember the importance of that whole color change, right? So this final portion of the video, I'm just gonna name it like cleanup or something. But now I should be able to grab a brush here, press the X key. Is it going to work? No. No. Oh, I don't have it selected, of course. So, mask is selected. No. Hmm. Actually, it won't even stay on the mask. It's interesting. Well, I'm pressing undo and it's like, I think that's it. That's it. Because that's the original color back there. Okay. It's like when I press undo, it kept flipping back to the option before. It's not what I wanted. But there you go. Now it's visible. Let's make it light up. Now it's like a whole glow effect. Let me brush size smaller and get rid of some of it. Okay. Do this over here. Nope. Reveal it. Reveal it. There you go. I knew something was missing. Gotta get the M badge and everything, and the BMW badge. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. But this back here is part of the car. Let's see if this works. Ooh. It does work. I was hoping it would because I know I didn't select it earlier or something like that. So. But yeah, that's basically part of the car back there, which I did not know before. So. So this is pretty much final touch up on this video. On this portion of the video. This is getting a little tight here. Let me get rid of some of that. I'm gonna stop there. So okay. The idea is there for the other side. Just did up to the crease here. There you go. I think that's it. Different wheels, look sick, dude. There is one more thing that I mentioned way back. Something very slight. You can do if you want. I like to do it. So I'm gonna go to just above all the layers for now. I'm gonna create a curves and bring down shadow slightly. See something? Maybe bring this down a little bit. Bring down so shadows down slightly. Highlights up a little bit, maybe. It is a bright room, but I don't want anything too insane. So when I toggle it on and off, now the colors pop a little bit more. That's what I was talking about way back. That's something I was gonna do. Just a tiny bit. But I actually may bring back some of the shadow. Nothing crazy. It's difficult to change this whole scene too much without screwing up the lighting. Lighting's already good in the room. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far in the video, um, the next final part that I'm going to do will be adding one or two hoods to the front view. I have not shown the front view at any point in the video. I'm just going to go do that on my own time, which I have to do after this one. I've already placed the wheels on the front view. Basically, let me show you. The last time I left them on the front view, it looks like this, right? I already have the wheels in here. This is where I'm at. So, and again, the auto fray, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to blur this dude's face back here who's looking at the camera. I may put Broly's head there or Eisen or something like that. Or just clone tool his face out. No one needs to see it. I may get rid of this brand name there. I'm not sure. So this is what I'm working on next, pretty much. Fortunately for this, the focus will be, like I said, coloring the car, and it won't be the wing that's obviously right this time. That's which I like. The wing would not be the focus this time. So I'm just gonna go through this really fast compared to what I did before, and probably here tomorrow. It's 3:18 a.m. right now. I'm pretty much done for the night. Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine because the wing that I'm going to use is this. You see, this is the only one I could find with the angle to go with it. So I may make it a little bit bigger, but as you can see, you know, the wing is not going to be as complicated as before in terms of like how much is being shown. Before that was a little ridiculous. I was trying to attach that wing. So you'll basically see the wing back there, but the focus is going to be on the hood and the wheels and the body of the car here. So, there's a few aftermarket hoods I'm thinking of. And I may test out matching the whole color and everything to the scene and all that. Anyway, that is this portion of the video. Again, thank you all for watching. Whoever watched all of this. I'm going to do like sort of a cool time-lapse video. Like the main video is going to be a time-lapse video showcasing what I've done with the M2 and the design and adding some wheels to it and things like that. But then I'm going to have a separate tutorial video. They may be in multiple parts here. Just like a whole segment. So there will be most likely a playlist for the tutorial because I'm pretty sure this is going on for a few hours here. Longer than what I anticipated. But that's just how it is. Save that. Oh, it looks cool, man. I tried to go for a blue violet like pearl type of look, but I don't know how to do pearl in Photoshop or anything like that. I wish I could get this gloss look and everything, but for right now, just like the idea is there in these amazing wheels. Someday I will have these wheels on my car. Whichever car we'll have at the time, not sure yet. But if I had a new M2, this is how it would look. I think people are sleeping on the car, and there's a lot of potential, and this is why I'm doing this. So, has the S58 engine. I think this is the new best daily car to have. I think the M240i is the second best daily car to have. Specifically the F22 style, the 2017 through 2021. I don't like the new M240i though. But the new M2 I think is going to be interesting. But yeah, I'm just looking at it. I think it's pretty cool. I already saved it. But until next time, guys, just see ya.